Hi, welcome back to the next episode of Old House DIY. This episode we're going to be looking at this old lock. The problem is it doesn't work, so the cats can push the door open. So come in and have a closer look and we'll start taking it off and see how we can fix it. Here we go. This is what's called a spring latch. So we've got the latch with the spring underneath. It's a refinement of the traditional just drop latch. The problem we've got here is the knob doesn't turn. It does turn some of the time, so I think there's some wear in here, so we'll take it off and we'll see what we can do. Also, at some stage this latch has been fitted, or this latch pin has been fitted in the wrong place, so we'll take this off, see what we can fix. And I don't know whether we're going to move this because it'll be hard to get out of this wood, or make a new one and drive it in there. So let's have a look and see what we can find. First we'll take the handle off, a couple of locking screws, careful not to lose them, probably famous last words. There we go, that's one out. Handle just pulls off. If I push that through, go have a look the other side. Can already see some wear in there. So we found the problem. We've got the handle and the shaft out, and we can see where it operates the latch mechanism in here is really quite worn. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to flip the handle round and fit it this way, but to do that I've got to square off this centre portion of the shaft. So I'm just going to take this other handle off and square up the shaft, and then we'll try fitting it back. So here we can see the latch mechanism. We've got the latch with the square drive where the handle's been removed, and the spring, which is still in grey nick. There is a bit of wear to this square hole, but nowhere near as much wear as there was to the shaft. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to swap it around. I've squared up this bit of shaft, and I'm just going to square it up, put it back in and see if it'll work. There we go, perfect. Put the handle back on the other side, and then worry about moving this latch here. So now we've got to work out a way to get this pin down about that far. So first is going to be to pull this out. I suspect this might be a fight, so I've brought a range of weapons: small pry bars, a cat's paw, big pry bar, and even a slide hammer. Let's see if we can get it out, shall we? Yes, wonderful. So we'll clean this up and then we'll work out exactly where we need to put it. So there we have the latch pin. If it wasn't a spring latch, it would be able to work this way. I don't know whether it's been inverted at some stage, but I've taken this out, cleaned it up, given the leading edge which activates the latch file, and now I'm going to put it back in here. I'm going to drill a pilot hole just so we can avoid splitting the wood. Now to fit the latch back in here, it needs to be just so it bears on the top of the latch like this. So I'll drill a pilot hole here. I might have to come in here and plug this later to stop it driving up, but first we'll draw a pilot hole and drive in and see how we do. So I've driven it in. I've put a small plug in above with some polyurethane because there's quite a lot of gap to fill. I'm also going to put a screw across the bottom to help stop it splitting, and then I'm going to put some wood filler across the top. Give it an extra countersink because I'm going to fill the hole afterwards. Now drive the screw with one of my homemade flat bits. There's a separate video on that if you want to watch it. That's sunk home, there's no way that's going to squish out now. Now I'll fill it in with some 2-component filler. And fill that hole. So when that dries, nobody will be able to tell the difference. So there we go, all done. The knob works. We've moved the latch. We now have a shutting, locking and cat-proof door. I hope you found this useful. If you did, please think about giving it a thumbs up and a like and a subscribe, and see you on the next one.